So far, we have discussed many characteristics of what you can expect when cruising in the United States. Now I would like to talk to you about the itineraries that are available. When talking about river and small boat itineraries, I think you would be surprised as to how many there are. The length of the cruises can range from just a few days to as long as 23 days. You can cruise along the West Coast, where you can visit places like San Diego, San Francisco, and Seattle. A very popular destination is Alaska. Ports of call include Glacier Bay, Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan, and sailing along the Inside Passage along the Canadian coast toward Vancouver and Seattle. You will visit glaciers, have a chance to view wildlife, maybe even see a whale or two. Some of the itineraries are more of an active type of cruise where ships have activity platforms where they launch the kayaks and motorized boats which are included with the itinerary. The itinerary on the Snake and Columbia Rivers is a 500-mile trip that typically cruise between Astoria, Oregon and Clarkston, Washington. This cruise generally focuses on the history of the Lewis and Clark expedition, but also has a wine-themed cruise. You can visit places like Mount St. Helens, Hell's Canyon, which is the deepest river gorge in North America, and Multnomah Falls, the most visited attraction in Oregon. In the middle of the United States is the Mississippi River, where itineraries travel from New Orleans to St. Paul, Minnesota. Some examples of places visited are New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Memphis, and St. Louis, Missouri. There is also cruising through the Ohio Valley on the Ohio River that includes Pittsburgh and the home of the Kentucky Derby, Louisville. The Tennessee River itineraries cruise along the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers that flow through Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky. Some of the places visited are Chattanooga, Decatur, Alabama, and Nashville. In the Great Lakes region, you can cruise all 5 of the Great Lakes, and one of the stops along this itinerary is Mackinac Island, which is a favorite place of mine to visit. From the Great Lakes, you can continue on to Niagara Falls and on up into Canada to Montreal, Quebec. On the East Coast, there are itineraries that cruise along the shore from Canada all the way down to Florida. The New England area and the Hudson River Valley are spectacular in the fall during the fall foliage season. Other itineraries include the Chesapeake Bay area and also visiting Charleston, South Carolina. In Georgia, there is Savannah, St. Simon's Island, and Jekyll Island. Jekyll Island is another one of my favorite places to visit. From there, it is on to Jacksonville and St. Augustine, Florida. There is so much to see and do in the United States, and cruising its waterways brings you into the heart of what the United States is all about. As I mentioned, there are a lot of itineraries and excursions that can be taken while on the cruise. To help you on deciding which cruise would be the best for you, it comes down to 4 primary choices. The season, when do you want to go? Which itinerary best suits your needs? The cruise line and the cruise ship. If you have any questions or would like to talk to me in more detail, please let me know, and let's get you booked on your next adventure.